amongst my weeds. These are not intentional plants. These are definitely weeds. Welcome to the most exciting video I've ever made in my whole life. Because I'm letting you guys know, big announcement, we are gonna have a baby. Oh, wait. I'm so excited to finally share this exciting news with you guys because I've been sitting on it for several months now, and it's one of those things that you know you're not supposed to share right away, and it was really hard. It's hard when you have a channel about your life to not include one of the biggest changes in your life ever. Lots of life changes happening. Not only am I pregnant, but I'm trying out this new hairstyle. Eric thinks it's weird, but my girlfriends encouraged me. I have so much I want to tell you, and I'm going to make lots of pregnancy videos all about that in the future. Lots of, you know, what I eat when I'm pregnant and stuff like that, because food is so weird. And I also really want to make a video all about the first trimester and how I just like went into pregnancy so naively. I got a job knowing that we had just started trying to get pregnant and got pregnant, and I was pretty grateful for the quarantine at the time because first trimester hit me pretty hard. I don't know how many moms are out there in the audience or anyone who's experienced at least just the first trimester. It can be quite intense, and if you aren't mentally prepared for it, it might knock you off your feet. So I really want to make a video kind of like what I wish I knew about the first trimester going into it, because I think it's one of those things a lot of people don't talk about, because the first trimester tends to be private and secret, and that's not a time that you're sharing your pregnancy yet. That will come in the future. Right now I'm just so excited to finally be sharing this news with you, so I don't have to hide my bump and I don't have to hide when I have weird food aversions or when I am just tired all of a sudden. If you guys know me at all, my name is Hannah and I'm high energy, and I like to get a lot of stuff done, and while I still write things on my to-do list, they do not get done right now. It's just a lot of focusing on being pregnant. And I just had no idea how much just being pregnant was going to derail in a beautiful way my life. And I'm not even writing a single word. I'm not working on my book at all because I'm just focusing on growing a baby. Like, eyeball, now the toes. It's a really dumb joke. I'm not even reading fiction right now. I'm in full mom mode. I am reading baby books, birthing books, all those things. Another video I'd love to make in the future is kind of just why I waited to have kids. Waited because I don't think 31 is terribly late to start having children, but a lot of my friends were in their early 20s when they started, or like late 20s, and I just waited, and I wanted to be sure I was super ready and also really wanted this for my life. And I just want to take this time to thank my audience for never like pressuring me to have children. I think if you guys know, my sister has a really big YouTube channel, and it's all about parenting and vegan living and a lot about pregnancy, and she has 4 children. And she's just kind of one of those like goddess mothers that does pregnancy so beautifully and so naturally, and she has these amazing birth stories to share, and she's just such an amazing mom. And I like didn't give any indication whether we were going to have children or when we were going to have children or anything like that, and I never felt pressure from the people in the audience to say like, hey, your sister has 4 kids, like when are you gonna get started? You're only a year younger than her. And I really appreciate that. So thank you for letting me do my thing, because everyone is very different. Ellen and I are about as different as you can get when it comes to 2 different people. Even the few comments that I did get, like, hey, are babies in the future? I didn't find them annoying. I found them sweet and just people who care about me and genuinely want to see us start a family if that is something that we want to do. So yeah, I guess I always had this fear that like, people are gonna compare me and Ellen and then pressure me to start having kids, even though I wasn't ready. But now I am. I am very much ready to have kids now, and it's super exciting because I was sort of fearful if like, oh, am I never gonna be ready to be a mom, or by the time I'm ready it's too late biologically. And I just kind of went through a lot of changes last year, and now it feels so right, and I honestly feel like this is the most important thing I'll ever do in my life. which is such a strange thing to say for me because I was so focused on other things like my career and my creative endeavors, and just really selfish with my time, but not in a negative way, just more like I was focused on me and I wasn't ready to be selfless, because when you're a mom, hormonal, when you're a mom, you really have to sacrifice a lot. And it's weird because in the past I wasn't ready to sacrifice, but now the sacrifice feels so right and aligned, and I am excited about it and willing. And I know it's going to be really hard. Like, there's lots of really difficult aspects of parenting. I have a lot of mom friends who are super honest with me about what it's like to be a mom, which I really appreciate. But at the same time, they're honest with me about like the miracle of that intense love between mother and child. So I'm so excited. So if you saw in my home tour video a couple weeks ago, we were talking about all the changes that we are making on the house, and now we have like a real deadline. The baby is due in the fall and we really need to get the house moving along. We're not planning to do like a nursery or a baby room. The baby will be with us for the first year or two, and but that second room is going to be like an office, and we just need the extra space. And it's just kind of like a stressful way to live, especially bringing a newborn into the house, having construction everywhere and tools and stuff. So we really need to get that all wrapped up, and things are actually chugging along. We fixed our sink, we patched up our walls. It's very exciting. I don't really know what else to tell you. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. We still aren't decided whether we're going to find out or not. I'm leaving that decision up to Eric because that means a lot more to him than it does to me. But we are having a home birth, and we have an amazing set of midwives that we love. It's a husband-wife duo, and they're so cool and we love them. And I've been reading a lot about natural birth and learning more. Of course, I have my sister who has had 4 home births, successful home vaginal births and everything, and so I have that inspiration and that connection and initiation with home birthing. But I'm doing my own reading, and maybe I'll do a video about like birthing books that I'm reading if you guys are interested. This is turning into a pregnancy channel. Oh, I do want to say one more thing just while we're talking about life updates and stuff. You saw that I got a teaching job, and I was working there for 3 weeks before the lockdowns happened and we were forced to close, and it was really sad because I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my students. I just got a text like, you can't come in tomorrow, indefinitely, and I didn't get any of their emails or anything, so I just sort of miss my students already, Toshiko and Ning and Jasmine and Debbie and everyone. My friends were asking me like, are you gonna go back to teaching if they open up again? And my answer is probably not. It's weird. I thought that was like such the right decision for me at the moment, but since growing a child inside my uterus, I have learned that this is quite a lot more work than I previously imagined, and getting up and teaching for 6 hours a day actually sounds extremely taxing when there's so many other things that I need to do, and just like rest, sleep is really difficult right now. Here I am on YouTube, and I will be sharing my pregnancy, and it will be grand and it will be great fun, and you should come along for the ride.